All right, dude. Do you have an I voted sticker?
First off, we have to welcome everybody. We are broadcasting live from our individual quarantine zone.
Yeah,
It's,
I have a hazmat suit on right now.
it is March 12th, 2020, and
Well,
shit hit the fan today.
it just kind of like escalated like within 24 hours to um uh it's a pandemic. Yeah, it's a pandemic and everything's canceled and everything's shut down pretty much.
And everybody is in the state of panic. Everybody's going to the stores. Everybody's grabbing toilet paper for some reason. Not Clorox wipes. Not hand sanitizer. Not healthier foods to keep your body, healthy to help fight off or help ward your body. No, we're buying toilet paper for some reason. This is no joke. I was at a store today and there's literally no toilet paper on the shelves, or like bare minimum. I thought it was a joke at first, or like a blown out of proportion uh, stance of our humanity, but that's where we're at.
Were people wearing gloves?
No, it wasn't that bad yet. It wasn't that bad. I mean, in airports, yes, but not. This was last week, but not so much in public yet.
Yeah, so you are in New York City, man, and it's like a state of emergency right now.
Man,
Like,
a lot has happened in the last 7 days, even 5 days. I was in New York last week at this time, and yes, there were talks of, yeah, the coronavirus is out there. You should probably be aware, but you're safe to travel. Domestically, don't go international. Cool. A couple people with face masks traveling in the airports. Um, 7 days later, no one from Western Europe can come into the country. And then there's a state of emergency in New York City right now.
China can't come in either. No one from
Well, yeah,
China.
I mean, yeah, in the last 24 hours, yeah. Um, so yeah, a lot has happened. It's escalated very, very quickly.
Do you think it's being handled well with science denier Mike Pence being in charge?
Um, I mean, in the government as a whole, I don't know what else a reasonable response is by any government, by any
There,
left, right, blue, red. I don't really know how any government of a country of this size can handle it.
well, there you I was gonna basically try to argue that, but then you said this size, because in South Korea you got drive-through testing, where you drive up, they take your temperature, you fill out a sheet, and they stick something up your nose. It looks pretty painful, or maybe they're just mad because that's their job. But yeah, we don't have anything like that. I don't think there's any kind of screenings at all until like now. I mean, did you get screened at the airport? Did they go, "Are you
No,
sick?"
I was
Yeah,
afraid of that too.
I know. I would be too. I'd be terrified of that actually. They're like something they'd be like hauling you off. But I mean, I'm not saying you should have got hauled off, but they should be doing some kind of screening. I mean, not necessarily you, but like people coming from other countries aren't getting screened. I mean, come on.
But the thing is, every hospital, healthcare facility, urgent care, they can't handle that. They can't handle everybody who thinks they might be slightly off. They can't handle the amount of people.
I meant
There's
like
no way.
I meant like at the airport. Like if you're coming from
Oh
another
yeah,
country,
yeah, yeah. I
they
hear
should
you.
take your they should take your temperature. They weren't doing nothing of that sort at all. You walk right in, hang out, breathe all over everybody. We don't care. We're the TSA. We hate our jobs. I mean, come on. I mean, geez, gee whiz. I
It
was
should be
gee
above the TSA
whiz.
at this point.
Yeah, it should have been.
And
Yeah,
granted,
yeah.
I mean, I was in New York. I wasn't at JFK. I was at LaGuardia, but that's still, I think that's an international airport. I'm not.
It's like one of the major ones in the country.
Yeah.
So
But maybe they don't care for not care, but not maybe they don't have that in domestic flights. I didn't see anything set up. That doesn't mean there wasn't anything set up for like international flights and in customs. That's I think it's in a completely different wing. Um, so, do you agree or side on the announcement that in addition to the other countries, China. What were the other ones before yesterday? I think there were two other ones.
I think
You said
Italy and Iran.
Iran and Italy. So do you agree or side on the uh, the fact that Western Europe can't travel here anymore? All the Western countries except for the United Kingdom.
Well, I find it odd that the United Kingdom is an exception. Um, I think you either do a travel ban on everybody and no one can come in. I mean, I understand we gotta have stuff, shit like manufactured stuff come in, but most of that's from China, and we already have a ban on that. Um, I don't know. This is why I'm not a politician. I would not want to make these kind of decisions. I saw that one of the main criticisms of Donald was that he kind of blew it off and didn't take it seriously. And I believe it's because he didn't want the stock market to basically crash like it did today, since it was basically Black Monday of 1987, that Showtime show.
Mm-hmm.
It, but now he's got no choice but to address it and take it seriously. And they said, he's not doing enough. Now he's got the ban, and now they're saying he's being an asshole doing the ban. It's like, come on, can we just put this shit aside? We got something serious going on. I mean, he might not be doing the best job, but it's like, this do no right shit's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit criticizing every fucking thing. I mean, either you want him to like fucking do a ban or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I feel like there's no right response. There's nothing anything the party can do in a reasonable fashion. People are bitching about there's not enough tests. Well, you can't have a test readily available within a week for the entire country or half the country or even
It seems like there's two different segments. There's people who are very concerned about it and taking it seriously, and then there's people that think it's a big hoax. And what's very unfortunate is the media is so full of shit half the time that you can't take them seriously, and you can't tell if something's serious or not. And it turns out this might be kind of serious, maybe. I mean, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, the state of panic is real, and that's gonna happen at least for the next couple days, if not week. Just in terms of not even just worrying about getting sick. Just, hey, am I gonna have enough food? Is there gonna be enough food at the grocery store for me? Is there gonna be enough gas? I mean, I would assume so, but everything I've assumed has gone wrong or the opposite way.
Yeah, same here.
So it would not. That's where kind of I'm at right now. It's like, yeah, there'll be enough gas. That why would a gas be affected? But you never know. I mean, you never know what they're going to shut down next if this thing keeps spreading.
Well,
Um,
especially with gas when you're doing travel bans, and I mean I don't think we get all our shit from the Middle East as much anymore. But I mean, stuff anything imported is going to be an issue, I would think,
right.
from other countries. I mean, stuff that's homegrown here should be plenty in abundance, unless there's some sort of case at one of these factories or plants or something. You make Kellogg's. There's a coronavirus at the Kellogg's plant. Well, no one's gonna buy that shit. You know what I mean? But I think shit that we import and businesses we have with other countries are going to be affected, and both our economies are going to be fucked. And I gotta give it to you, man. You've been predicting a economic collapse since we started this podcast, and I'm sure you're not happy that you're right, but it looks like you're right, buddy.
Well, I think everybody was. I think that was the issue. Like it was bound to correct itself at some point. I didn't think this would happen. I think actually the credit goes to you last weekend or last time, which was 2 weeks. I think I was listening back today, and 2 weeks ago you were saying how if the virus spreads, it's gonna really affect the economy and really affect a lot of things. So we're just smart guys as we're
We
sitting
are.
in our bunkers.
Yeah, well, actually, that might be the smartest thing to do. Who knows? We'll uh, we'll never know. I mean, we got in St. Louis City. If you have an event over 1,000 people, no, they're not allowing it. In Oregon, it's 250 people. Uh, you know, uh, everything's canceled. Do you think that's the government? This is The government's doing a good job because honestly, it causes a state of panic, which upsets me because people are fucking stupid. But like, it's a great way to contain it. Obviously,
It's
you know
very
what I'm saying?
smart because the whole goal of this is for it
Just
not to spread. I mean, it's also arbitrary because if this thing is spreading as fast as it's being reported, like you're always going to be a couple weeks behind in the numbers, and
yes, just
and
shut shit
be,
down for a while. Just shut
and
shit down for a while.
because people aren't making it to the whatever the medical centers to get tested, is since this is a can be on the mild side for a lot of people. And so I think what's being instructed is, well, if you just have, a mild fever or fever for a couple days and that's it, just stay at home and don't leave. Well, that brings down the amount of numbers that are being reported. So the amount of numbers that are being reported to your state, it could be triple that.
That's what fucking Pence and those people were saying on TV. I watched them, man. They're like, if you're sick, just stay home and quarantine yourself. It sounds like you might need some medical attention if you have it. I don't think you should just take a chicken soup or whatever. You
But
probably
I
need at least some doctor to monitor you a
but I
little
don't know
bit.
what people can do though. There's no medicine. There's no
You should be able to call some kind of hotline and they come to your house and they fucking like not like creepy and not like ET and shit, but where they're I mean the
That's how
weird
it would
suits.
be though. They would be in hazmat suits.
Why can't we do anything with fucking tact, man? Why can't we do anything humanely? We can't, can we? I mean, I don't know. Because I mean, well, I mean, it's not gonna be haz. I guess it would be hazmat. They say the masks don't work. They say the masks don't work. They say washing your hands works, but it's like common sense. You can still catch it. I read something like how long it lasts on the surface. It's a few minutes. If someone sneezes or coughs, if you're so far away, I mean, uh, I don't know. I
It
think
really, it,
shut shit down, man.
yeah, yeah. That's it. I agree, and I'm on the side of over. Um, what's the word? Not over canceling. Yeah, just being safe, canceling everything. I think now most of it is, well, this is canceled. Now we got to follow suit because we don't want to be the assholes that are still holding this event. So I think a lot of it
Right.
is on the side of caution. Um, I mean, mainly with the sporting events, like the NBA, like the players and the refs got it, like they're testing positive, and they canceled their season or postponed it. I think the
Oh,
rest of them are just following suit because, like,
what?
well, that already happened. We don't want to see that happen to ours.
Well, it's like um the first one to do it sets the tone. So like the NBA takes action. If the other organizations don't, they look like assholes.
Right?
It's like, well, you should have done what they did. I mean,
Especially if another outbreak happens. Like, well, you should have followed suit.
well, I knew once Pearl Jam postponed or canceled that concert season was over or is maybe in jeopardy, um, because anybody who tours is uh is gonna look like an asshole. You know what I mean? And
Right.
there's some people who are still trying to, obviously.
Well, the smaller bands, yeah.
No, there's just some bigger ones that are being obstinate. But whatever.
The big one is the old rage. We'll see how,
Uh,
how we'll see how much they rage against the machine.
I was actually talking about Tool, man.
Oh, they're
Uh,
done. They're a
no,
part. They're a part of Live Nation. They were listed as one of the artists that go with Live
uh,
Nation.
well, I'm reading that they released a statement that they still got shows they're gonna do.
Oh, okay.
They had to cancel in Eugene, Oregon because the ordinance you can only have 100 or so people together. But they're like, this show in this town's gonna be on. This show in this town's gonna be
Oh,
on. This show's not. This show's not. It's like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you guys?
right.
But at the same time though, like it's very shitty, and this goes back to your economic collapse thing. Is there's so much money in all these music things alone and sports, not just like the athletes and stuff, but the people who work there and the vendors and and there's so many people that have income dependent on these events, sports, music, comedy. Um, I mean, entertainment. and like it's not even the entertainers. It's just the people like get you a beer and shit. Like they're not gonna make any money. This is gonna fuck everybody up. I mean, I was reading an article that the music industry is gonna lose like $1 billion because of like Coachella and those big festivals being
They're
postponed.
they're gonna lose it, or it's just gonna get pushed back another quarter or two. So
We'll see.
I think that's what everybody can walk away with. This is how we'll wrap up with the hopefulness is that the way this is, unless this virus morphs and has other symptoms, it sounds like it's going to get better sooner rather than later. And everything will be back on schedule by like summertime. So you got to think that all these, March Madness is canceled, but a lot of things you got to think are just going to get pushed back. So there's going to be a very bad quarter 2, but hopefully by quarter 3, everything will just pick back up and go. And not everything, but
you got to pay your bills now, though. You don't
oh, I
get to pay
know,
your bills in quarter 2.
I know.
You know, is there a coronavirus 19 exemption? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, especially when industries hurt, then other industries hurt, and they're not going to be like, sure, we're suffering too. We'll let you off. No, 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 no. It sucks. It really sucks. The whole thing sucks. It's unfair.
And it just happened very, very quickly.
Yeah. So, do you think Joe Biden's going to fix it?
How can you fix it? It's like saying an asteroid's coming your way. Hi, what are you going to do to stop it?
Well, do you think this is going to hurt Donald Trump, or do you think this is going to get him out of office? Do you think people are going to want him to lead, or do you think they're going to want? I mean, come on, let's just be honest. Politics and party affiliation aside, there's something wrong with Joe Biden. I mean, the guy's like saying really dumb shit. I honestly think he has dementia, and he's just going to be a puppet, a figurehead, if you will. Honestly, he's the
It's
corporate boy. He's the golden boy. Fuck Bernie, and again, Bernie gets the shaft. Um, he got the shaft by his own people, though. Our generation didn't turn out and vote for him. We don't give a fuck, I guess. We want free shit, but we don't want to vote for it.
well, they showed up in the first couple primaries, and
Well,
that's another
there,
long thing that happened.
there's speculation there was some shenanigans, but no one can prove anything.
I mean, last time we recorded 2 weeks ago, Bernie had the clear lead, and we said, well, if Biden is the leader by this time, next time we record, the fix is in. And pretty sure that's what happened. I think Joe Biden won every single primary, or he won South Carolina, and he won.
Not only that, but everybody who dropped out and took a knee and bowed
Right.
out has endorsed him. So
Except
you
for
can
Warren,
tell.
we don't know what Warren's going to do yet, but she might be a vice presidential candidate. I don't know.
You know who's going to be the vice presidential candidate, Jerry?
Do you have someone in mind?
Yes, I do. I mean, it's not my candidate.
Hill Dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Can you
And
imagine?
by the way, we have so much competition in the podcast world, Jerry. I mean, with the Joe Rogans and the Mark Marons and all the crime fucking podcasts that people love. Now we're gonna have Hillary Rodham Clinton hosting her own podcast, and they're saying it's gonna be Howard Stern like. Okay. Yeah, and she's gonna get the A-list Hollywood liberal elites. I'm not, Alec Baldwin, Lena Dunham. They're all gonna come on her show. They're gonna get her some like funny sidekick. I honestly, I think that Red Howard's gonna be somewhat helping her. So, yeah.
So she's not running for vice president.
I don't know.
Why would she turn down podcast money, man?
Yeah, why would you want to be a VP if you could be a podcast person for iHeartMedia that is supposed to be a radio company that's more focused on everything but? I mean, God, dude, who would listen to that? Because I'll tell you what, this is why Trump beat Hillary Clinton. Whose podcast would you rather listen to? If just entertainment reasons, solely entertainment reasons.
Not political?
No, yeah, nope. Just for solely for entertainment, solely because you want to hear something interesting. And I would say Donald Trump would probably blow me away with a podcast.
I would love to listen to Trump's
If you
podcast.
just sat on a microphone and just ranted and raved, it'd be so entertaining. I'm not. That's not saying that he's a great person, but I mean Hillary's probably like stiff. you know. I was gonna make a joke there, but I couldn't come up with one, and I don't think it would have been appropriate. So,
It's well. So did you do think it's Hillary as the vice president or something or somebody else?
well, I don't think the podcast is indicative either way of whether she's gonna run or not. I just say it's a sign that she's very powerful still. It has very powerful friends, besides Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein, and like if she, I wouldn't rule it out. I know, I think honestly, in my conspiracy, Alex Jones mind, who by the way, so coronavirus breaks out. I'm sure Alex Jones had a conspiracy. Then he gets a DUI. I mean, come on, man, get out the chalkboard, figure it out. But
Yeah,
uh,
but people know that everybody thinks he's crazy.
I'm just saying that I bet he'd be like, they set me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some sort of dumb shit. But Hillary, man, like I thought she was gonna be with Bloomberg. I really did, but he was just a big dud. No one liked him, so they're gonna tack her on with Biden. They're gonna tack her on whoever it would be, and it ain't gonna be Bernie. And Bernie, you know what he should do is run as an independent, because that would clearly fuck over the Democrats, and Trump would just basically get another term.
Well,
If Bernie,
he'll no, Bernie will just bow out like he did last time.
will he
I
though?
support the Democratic Party.
Anybody but Trump, right? That's what he'll
Right,
say.
right.
Yeah. Where's my check, please? You have my check?
Same thing as last time, right?
Do you validate my parking?
We had a good run.
You
Yeah,
stupid
it's
kids. If you want free shit, you gotta vote.
yeah. Biden's an idiot.
Yeah,
Biden is he's just you're voting for a plainer, not funnier, um, dumber version of Trump.
he's just he's just I don't know, man. His face like really bothers me. Like I really don't like his face. It looks
It
like a horse face.
it just
Like,
pretty much shows that he's going to be in the next 4 years.
and you know what? They want to get mad about it. It's their own damn fault. This is your idiot. This is your guy. You're stupid. You get what you get. Good job.
I mean, I think at this point I would rather see 3 or 4 of those other candidates in there.
Anybody but that asshole. I'd go Bernie before I'd go Biden.
I'd even go Warren before Biden.
I'd go any of those guys before Biden or gals, whoever, before Biden. I'd do Mayor Pete before Biden.
Yeah,
That's anybody but
it's
that fucking idiot.
it just goes along with, well, didn't expect much, and I'm still let down. It's so crazy how everybody folded all at once.
It shows they don't stand for anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're just a bunch of cowards, and what they want is they want Biden to make it in and then get appointed and get some sort of cabinet position, work in his office. Basically, they'll be like wiping his ass because he'll be in the fucking diapers, probably drooling, man. And I don't think it's funny. Honestly, I think it's elder abuse. I think he needs help, man. He doesn't fucking know what the hell he's talking about. He's saying AR-14 rifles. He's saying all kinds of dumb shit. He's like attacking people, and that's what you do when you have dementia. When someone like questions your reality, you snap. I mean, I know he's an asshole. He always acts like a tough guy, but I mean, I think this is like Weekend at Bernie's, man. He's dead, man, and they're just like dragging him around. It sucks, dude. Or he's just an unbearable asshole, and he's gotten old and he's just gotten insufferable. But I mean, I'm baffled that that guy can be the leader of the free world, man. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's just sad. This is what you knew the Democrats going in, let's say 2017. Like, all right, we got 3 years. This is going to be easy to find someone to replace this guy, this Donald Trump guy. And this is what they came up with. So, hey, crazier things can happen. There's
And then
still
what's going to happen if Trump gets elected again? What's going to happen? All right, hopefully this coronavirus shit fades away. We get a vaccine, we contain it. But anyway, he gets elected again. What's going to happen? Non-stop, incessant bitching, non-stop, incessant attacks, which some are warranted, some aren't. But it's like you should have got a good candidate then.
right.
You know, you should have turned out and voted for fucking Bernie, but you probably sleep till 2 o'clock every day. You fucking God, I sound old, man. Jesus, that used to be me.
It's a sad state,
It is.
and I think either way, there's no really bright outcome right now. I mean, and we've stated before, we're not even Bernie supporters. It's just at the time, when you're with all the candidates that are being presented, like he just seems like he sounds the most. Take away his values. He just sounds the most with it, and he's the oldest guy up there. He's older than Biden, isn't he? By like a year.
Yeah, I believe Biden's mid 70s. Bernie's pushing 80, man. Um,
No, they're about this. I thought I looked up all three.
Trump's
Trump,
like
Trump,
early mid
Biden, but
70s.
they're like a couple years off from each other. They're all like between 75 and 80, all of them.
See, I see Bernie as authentic. He may be a wacko, crazy old college professor kind of guy, the kind of guy that's like, burn your book, and like, what's the test? It's like, fuck you, I don't need the test. You passed. Like he's that kind of guy, okay? But you know what? He believes in what he says. He's not taking. I don't believe he's bought and sold. But Biden is just like they put him together like Darth Vader put his Darth Vader suit on, and then wheel him out, and he's it's like, oh shit, he's malfunctioning. He's fighting somebody. um,
Pretty much, yeah. That's a good analogy.
but I
And
mean, Bernie, I may not like think. I think he may be a little wacko. And like what I read about his life up until 40, where he didn't like do anything, well, it was pretty much some
but
radical like anti-establishment guy. But he believes in what he says, and I respect that, man.
but
I
let's
do.
but let's be real. If Bernie would have won, and I guess he still can, it's still possible. But if he would have won the nomination, would he have survived the onslaught of media coverage by Fox News, by all the people who write the right wing shit on Facebook? You're gonna elect a socialist, a socialist. You want America to turn socialist, and show that's all. I've heard it nonstop.
He is a
You're gonna elect
socialist.
exactly.
He's not
What,
scared about.
what,
He's not
what,
shy about it.
do you even
He's
think? Do you even think that if Bernie was the nominee, that he would even come close to beating Donald Trump?
Normally I would say yes, a Democratic nominee because the media, aside from Fox News, favors the Democratic candidate usually. But since he's not like the chosen boy, I think I don't know. Yeah, I think he'd be SOL, man. I really do. He'd be relying on a bunch of burnt out millennials who don't even know when the election is. Probably.
Like, yeah. So you think that I just think the Democrats are just making the safe pick.
I think they go Biden. That means something to people. He's got good numbers in the black vote. That's like, something that's very precious. Obviously, you want more than just the white vote. Um, Obviously, I don't think Trump does well with the black vote or the Spanish vote or probably any vote besides the white male vote. I mean, I know there's black people that like Trump. I've met him and talked to him, and it's not don't believe everything you hear. But I also have met a lot of black people that are like, "Fuck him, I want to kill him." And it's like, okay, cool, man. Like, believe what you believe. But they test well with Biden because the whole Obama thing, and Biden's just Bernie's just too eccentric, man. It's just he only tests well with like young people, man. Like our generation, like our age and younger. Like that's like the only crowd he gets. Maybe some like hippy dippy people from the West Coast. But like your normal Joe guy working in a factory, not even saying he's conservative, he doesn't want that guy. He wants some guy in a suit, Vice President Uncle Joe. He was VP during the Obama years. He's been working at this for 40 years, but what has he done? That's great. I don't know, but it
Oh,
just sells. It sells
totally.
better, Yeah.
That's totally what
Bernie's
it
like
is.
some hippie wacko guy. Yeah, I mean, but to me, that's more authentic. Biden's more fake, but that's just me, though. That's why
I
I'm not in
agree.
charge of anything.
I agree. And you got to think all of everything that he is, all of his values and what he's running on are socialist. And to the normal folks, like, well, who's going to pay for this? You want to, you
Well,
want to, you want to
you know,
make, you want to let make these college kids go for free, huh? Well, who's going to pay for that? My
then,
taxes?
then don't vote for him then.
Oh, exactly. That's what. If he was, if he became the nominee, would he even come close to beating Trump? That was the question we were discussing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I know. I was just answering the person that you were pretending to be.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah. If we were having a conversation with the character that you were, I would say then don't vote for him. But yeah, basically all those people would be saying what you're saying, and socialism scares the shit out of people. It has a negative connotation. It's anti-American, anti-capitalist, and if you're a socialist, you're viewed as a traitor. You're viewed as you're against the United States. So yeah, he's got that cloud around him. And young people who don't know what life's all about yet think that's cool. Huh, in a nutshell. And then you got all these fucking artists, actors and bands like posting vote Bernie and stuff. Are they doing it just because it's cool? I mean, because theoretically, they're like millionaires or maybe thousandaires, but like six-figure thousandaires, like mid three. Yeah, I don't know. He's coming for your money. Like what the fuck? Like what? You're a
Yeah,
rich celebrity. You're supporting Bernie. It's just to fit in, probably, right?
probably.
It literally makes no sense.
I mean, it's just a repeat of last year or last election, but um, instead of Hillary, instead of you're pretty much voting for another Hillary, except it's another white dude and not a white woman or
Or
a woman in general, because that was going to be
or
historic.
maybe actually a real Hillary. You never know.
We'll find out soon, folks.
But listen though,
When's the
listen though.
DNC?
Listen though, who knows if we'll make it that far?
Yeah,
Um, listen though, here's Bernie gets love because he's edgy and cool, and it's hip to like Bernie. Okay, like yeah, man, I like Bernie Sanders, dude. You're a cool, thoughtful, insightful person, man. Okay, but guess what? That's not enough to get him elected. It's not.
hmm
It's not. Money, money. What are you gonna do to my money? How are you gonna affect my money? What about my money? What about my health care? What about my kids? What about my house? Free shit? I don't. What the fuck you talking about, man? Free shit? Whatever. I'm a deadbeat college kid. Yeah, free shit. Yeah, I'll vote for you. Yeah, come out and campaign. No. You know what I mean?
right.
But yeah, we'll find out, dude. Who knows?
If we're if we make it that far.
If we make it that far.
All right. Well, it's been a day and a half. It's been a week and a half. We'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, man. Hopefully this shit will die down and it won't be so panic inducing or whatever.
Maybe
Because I bet people are flipping out and it sucks.
maybe they'll let us leave our bunkers.
Yeah, I want to get a cool body suit, like a name brand though, not like a knockoff. I don't want people to like think I'm a cheap ass. I want to have the coolest hazmat suit on the block.
All right then. Until next time.
Till next time.